I
So I
think
could
that
sort of summarize,
yep.
right? Like the observation here is that, gosh, they have this small number of players that have just wailed like crazy. I've never seen it in my life, the amount of wailing that's going on for like 3 to 4 other players, on a random Tuesday training 40 million power because they need some T5s to go bully with, right? It's very unusual. But I think what Cognar and Wowzer are highlighting is that we're growing a huge base of players. And when we attack throughout the day and fight throughout the day, these whales are able to really kind of carry. And they can carry because you sort of can't train them, but we all start to run lower and lower on troops. So, what we've decided to do is overall shift our strategy from fighting throughout the day to having really concentrated, high activity, high uptime pushes that are just overwhelming. So that it doesn't matter that they're running out of their city with a bunch of T5s over and over because we have so many people online that we're doing serious work. And so the thought there is that we'll make really big progress in a window and then lose some progress in a window. And if we can achieve a sort of stable in this zone, that would be amazing. And hopefully we can achieve more than just stable, but we can push through to their side and eventually push them out. But we won't know if that strategy works until we've done it today. But we have a hint that it'll work because you all may recall that when the pass opened, we were wiping them. And I think that's the power of having everybody with clear hospitals, which is why we took this short break in order to be ready to do this push today. Now, that said, there's still really important work to be done in between. And that important work is keeping them honest. So if they're ever building a flag with no troops protecting it, like we should go wreck them and clear the builders and then disappear. We don't have to stay and fight, but we just need to punish them. And on the flip side, we also, I think, need to be a little more careful when we're building. Because when your builder gets wrecked, I mean, hey man, a troop's a troop, and your hospital healing, sure, it's free, but you can only get so much per day. So we got to be super attentive. At times it does feel like watching grass grow, but if you can attend to your troops, I think there's definitely gains to be had by being super mindful with what they're doing and where they're at, which is very different than what I think many of us are used to in Rise of Kingdoms, where you AFK in that flag and you just don't have to think about it, right? Totally different ball game here. And so a part of what we do to try to make that fun is we chill in voice. And if you haven't hung out in voice, you are missing out on some of the fun. And I think an important thing that Mithurian said about mentality is that we, keep the voice chat fun and free of complaints about cheating, etc. If you have proof of cheating, hey, okay, let's talk. But otherwise, we focus on having a good time. And I know a bunch of us have been having a lot of fun just kind of chilling in voice. The other thing I wanted to talk about strategy wise is questions I've gotten about concentrating our T5s versus splitting our T5s. And so our goal going into this zone was actually to split off some T5s in order to be able to hold more fronts and to have more alliances be able to push. And I think that went well, but in some ways I actually think we almost could benefit from splitting off more T5s in the future to make sure that each front has someone that can test wherever they have a T5 that's running around and trying to bully the field. Because I know Abda put together this immensely intricate zone entry plan, which I think was really good. Um, and also, I think that being able to push on all our fronts and really leverage everybody to make sure everyone feels like they're able to play and have fun is really important. So I wanted to emphasize just that a lot of thought is going into the strategy. A lot of thought is going into each of these decisions that's being made. And sometimes it might look like we're sort of winging things, but that's definitely not the case. So I also wanted to take a moment to give a thank you to all the officers in all the alliances for your attentiveness and attention to detail. There's obviously a lot to do. And if anybody sees something and they're like, hey, I'd like to help organize that, definitely reach out to your officers to get involved, whether it's organizing a group to go and harass builders, or if it's a more involved role in the strategic decisions. We definitely welcome more involvement as we build out this team. It's been less than 30 days, maybe almost exactly 30 days since the server started. And again, I'm just really happy with how much this group has grown. And I just want to emphasize again the immense potential this group has as the strongest English speaking group in the game. And there are a lot of players that are looking to join with us in future seasons. So I just want to emphasize that, like, yes, we are up against a tough group. And I think the reason that other kingdoms I've been in, like 1254, have seen immense success is that there's a lot of mental toughness, and it's okay to lose an encounter and it's okay to lose a battle, but every time that happens we learn from it and hit harder and hit stronger. So I hope you aren't here for easy wins because certainly that is not what we get in this server, and I think that's a good thing because we'd all be super bored in any other server. So with all that said, Abda, I know you're here as well, and you wanted to have some time for Q&A.
Can
Is
I,
now the right time to shift gears and go to Q&A?
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to say some things, but you guys nailed it right on the head. I mean, you guys said pretty much everything I was gonna. I mean, just think about it. Like the first 24 hours, we were basically fighting in their uptime, and we were demolishing them. So basically, the reason why we want to kind of regroup and not fight 24/7 is so we can try and replicate that as much as possible. And if we can do that, then we will smash them. So.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. And yeah, if there's any questions or anything, please ask, and we can kind of try and answer your questions as best we can.
I'm gonna say
But,
one. Wait,
sorry.
one second. This is Wowzer again. I
Yep.
just want to say that like you guys have to expect that you're for the future, no matter how long you guys play this game, that your hospital's gonna be full, right? No matter when the server merges, when things happen, we're gonna be low on stamina, troops. It's all about how long you can stick into the fight, especially to break players that come in with bigger wallets, right? They expect just to roll over us and win the game. And that's what they're used to, right? So the way you beat those players is by just not stopping, right? I'm sure a lot of you have dealt with that before, especially people who are lower spend or free to play. The way you beat players that spend a lot is just by continuously continuing, right? So the only way we do that is to do it together and just to keep going forward and really just fucking break the people that have wallets to continuously just push them backwards.
Yeah.
Yep.
And time is very much on our side in that regard because they've literally maxed all the heroes and all of the artifacts. So, like, they don't get much stronger. They might get more troops, but they don't get much stronger moving forward. But we all do get much stronger and close that gap. And we close that gap really fast. It's actually like I know this opposing team's got some really uh, wallet heavy spenders, right? But we also have some crazy whales doing some crazy stuff. So time is very much on our side, but we're not going to wait forever. In fact, starting today, every day, we try this new strategy of a massive uptime push. So we'll see how strong this is today. But I'm hopeful that we create just an immense momentum swing and then we do it literally every day until we take this zone. And if we don't take this zone for some reason, we have another zone 2 we go to, and then we do this all over again in zone 3, except then we'll be much stronger because we close this gap so rapidly with these few players they have that are wallet warriors.
And one thing to be said about Zone 3, I was just taking a look at it briefly and stuff like that. And similarly to Zone 2, territorial wise, we have a huge advantage. So yeah, time is on our side, guys.
I think
If
There's
anyone
just
has
something I
any...
would like to
Can
say
I-
actually.
Yeah, what's
okay.
up, Sue?
So I'm Chad in game, Chad Thundercook, also known as Steelheart in Discord. I just want to say, like, I know a lot of people are likely demoralized, but there's really no need for it. Like, we are, besides the game, like, we are trying to build a community. Like, we want to have fun. We want everyone to have fun. I want more people to actually join the voice chats. We can even set up like, I don't know, maybe movie nights, stuff like that. Like, we don't need to be in voice chat just for the game. Like, there's so much more that we can do like together just to have fun. And you guys gotta remember, right? A lot of people that are from Rise of Kingdoms, you already know this, but this is not a game where you play for 2-3 months and quit. This is a game that you can literally play for years and years and years and without stopping and continue like having fun with people that you meet. And that's something that you only get there by building a community around us. And if you all guys join voice chat, it makes just a huge difference, and you'll have way more fun with everyone. Like the most fun part of the game is yet to come for the majority of it. We are literally, most of us are T4, like early T4, not even T4.5, besides maybe like 50 players overall. And the best part is yet to come. We are facing the hardest challenge we will ever be facing. After this, there's like, it only gets better. So just stick to it and just have fun.
Yeah, and again, a lot of us here are in here for the long term to play 3-4+ years. So might as well have fun in the process.
Exactly.
Yeah, I really appreciate the long term view, because, like, yeah, in the short term, a player with a fully maxed T5 everything with endless T5s is pretty tough, but in the longer term, it's really becomes much less significant, especially when we look to like really far into the future and we say, oh well, actually, there's a lot of groups that are going to want to join with us. So you know,
Oh yeah.
to
Like
to
I'm
to
sure
address the people who are doom and gloom, it you know, I would prefer if we keep that out of alliance chats wherever that's happening, um, and also keep a longer perspective. Right, if you look further to the horizon, there's a lot of things that are actually super exciting, um, and so you know, just try to keep it in perspective. That like, yes, you know, the 2-week maxed account players are tough now, and they will become less tough every single day.
I mean, just think about the comparison between Zone 1 and Zone 2. It's like Zone 1 we got wiped within a couple hours, and now we're able to fight for days, and we could hold for weeks. Like we're able to actually fight now. So anytime from now and into the future, it's definitely it definitely benefits us. So
Can I just jump in and ask a quick question? I know, Chiz, you mentioned like thinking about long term. Are we keeping hold of helmets or are we using them?
we are recommending that people use them during our fights, and make sure you use them when like we're actually organizing fights. That's the main thing we want to emphasize. Like make sure that you're using troops with a purpose, not just to 1v1 someone for a couple extra merits and stuff like that. So
Yeah, Abda, that's a really good point. I mean, we've seen some people kind of like run in with their troops and like, hey, look, everybody's learning the game, and you learn pretty quickly, like, hey, wait a minute, I'm out of troops now because I've been running in with them on my own.
Yeah.
So even if you're like a solo cav warrior or you got a celestial march and you're flying around the map, like doing that as a group, you're just stronger and you take less losses and you clap more cheeks. So I think shifting the
Yeah,
mentality
and one
from
thing that I'm gonna try and describe is like sorry, go ahead, just
oh, I was just saying, you know, shift the mentality from like I fight by myself to like we fight as a team, and
right.
be you know, careful with your troops because then when they run out, right, you got to rest for a while.
Yep, for sure. The only time we should be going negative is if we try and achieve a goal. Like for example, if we go burn a flag and we end up going negative overall, that's fine. We achieved our goal. But if it's like anything besides that, then it's just not value. So
Yeah, I was gonna say
And
only
I
use
just
helmets when there's an actual fight going on. Otherwise, you should be maximizing your helmets, right? So when like literally maximize your resource healing when there's no fights going on, right? Like use your resource healing and free healing only when there's no fights. Merit helmets should only be when there's fights.
well,
can
I wouldn't
hop in
recommend
quick?
resource healing for T4s, but anyways. Yeah, what's your question?
Not really a question. It's more of an observation I've been having over the last 2 days against DNH in terms of their T5 players. They've got about 6 or 8 of them, and they seem to rotate them with 2 active and 1 on call. So I'll put T5s. They're trying to fight, and they're even. Then the third one logs in, and then that's it. that we all scatter and run again. So maybe having one or two more on the BDM side, we may be able to actually push DNH or pull some of the DNS guys down to us as well. Because
Have you-
our activity is insane. We just don't have the punching power, if you know what I
Right.
mean.
Right. No, I completely understand. I mean, we're kind of at a point where it's like, I don't know if rotating T5s is the play unless Copons joins someone else. I don't know. It's kind of tricky.
We're gonna-
Well, I'm saying what it is. The moment we start pushing, they've got their two T5s out. We start like wiping the floor with them and all that. Third guy logs in, and we all scatter and run because our T5s
Right.
can't keep up with three.
I
Right.
think the only reason they can do this is because they are bottom wallet, like they're bottomless wallet warriors, right? And
Yeah.
so they don't have to worry. Like I'm a T5 player, but those guys, what do we call them? Like it's not exactly
Absolute
T5
Krakens.
in the same way, right? So
Unleash
we
the
actually don't
Kraken.
have
Please
as many ultra Krakens as they do. And if you look at the data, and we've spent a lot of time doing this, right? They have way fewer players at mid power. But the reason their power is so high is because they have a few players with a ton of power. And so what's happening is you're right, they're rotating through, and that causes problems for us because even our T5 players, like myself, don't have bottomless troops to work with. And so this is why we think the big together push and then big downtime will work well. Because that way, if they rotate in new T5s, it doesn't matter because we pieced out. We're already offline. They can't put those troops in the hospital. We're not there anymore.
Right.
And by being all together and having a huge uptime, we can take out the ones that are around. And even if they bring them all out, doesn't matter. We can
We
take
still
them
win.
because we're all together.
Exactly.
And
So
so
we,
in the that we've had, all right, so in the plan that we've developed for today, right? Like we've kind of taken some of that stuff into account and how to assist some of our subs a little bit better. So I think we should shift the focus to what the plan is going to be, and while opening up a few questions for it, because I know people are going to start asking questions, and the plan will probably answer a lot of people's questions. Because we've shifted actually in that direction of assisting BDM a little bit more, because we know that you guys can probably make a good push with some more numbers.
so another thing that we discussed to possibly help the South Front is I know getting BDV in the fight is a tough issue right now with the cooldown, but both BDE and BDO2 have taken or are about to take behemoths in that zone 2 with them. They can't teleport over for a while, but couldn't they join those two alliances, put marches in cities, and taxi into the zone to get some fresh fighters and some more bodies on the South Front?
We could, but the good news is they're all like kind of lower T4 players, so the cooldown is only like 18 hours or something, which is fine. So it's better for them to actually just join and wait for the TP.
Yeah.
That's not a
I
solution.
mean, I think we could spend a bunch of time kind of hypothesizing about the details of how we execute the strategy. But until we see how this goes today in 30 minutes from now, I think, the conversation will be more productive once we know how this works and we see how it goes. And
Yeah.
from there, we can be really productive in deciding like, all right, let's shift some players down here, move someone else over there. So point noted that shifting players around could definitely be super relevant here.
I think that's kind of along the lines of what the plan is, but not really. I'm gonna go over what the plan looks like and how it's gonna help everybody, because really the plans may shift the entire aspect of what it looks like today if it's executed well. It doesn't involve shifting individual players, but it does involve shifting some of our alliances in the direction that they're building towards, which can make a huge impact on each individual front. So pretty much, I'm just going to kind of give a brief summary of what it looks like and what to expect from it. So starting at 20 UTC, which is in 30 minutes, right, guys? BD02 is going to start building south to start assisting BDM with DNH. And then BDR and BRS are certainly going to start building north to help with DW and DA, right? Shifting a little more numbers in each direction of the front, leaving BDO to basically 1 versus 1 with DS, just with a bit more of a strategical aspect of how we're going to build to retake our territory. And really the goal is to pace ourselves with these ginormous uptimes, like Chiz was saying, so we can maintain these large territory gains that we plan to make. But really, we want to take every individual win as a win, right? Like burning individual flags is a big win. Pushing them back 2 flags is another big win. It's about how we maintain that territory once we take it, right? So we need everybody to be active, but only fighting when there's an objective, really, right? You don't want to be fighting and kamikazing your troops for no reason. Like you're just going to only impact us negatively when it comes to a big group push. So
Yeah. I mean, I think the biggest takeaway from this is anytime you'd think, I want to, think instead, how can we together?
yeah,
Right?
exactly.
Like, I want to poke these guys that are building the flag. What if instead you station a dozen people in a city and all poke together at the same time? Do you see what I mean? Like, instead of how can I, think how can we? And we're gonna help with that. And I think, as Chad over here was saying about sort of repositioning the territory, we should be able to help each other more as well.
Yeah. And so obviously some people have some questions of what that looks like for redirectioning some people, right? BRS and BDR and BDH, your goal really is going to be, to try to shove them back, but if not, delay them as long as possible from pushing down further. And our goal as BDO is to retake some of our ground and territory and push DS back a little bit, and really create a choke point around the Dire Bear to where we can assist in other directions as well. So if we can retake our choke point that we have at the Dire Bear, it'll be much easier to set up defenses properly this time around, knowing what it looks like to fight in that choke point already. And really, if we have the ability to Burgundy send like some of our T5 Cavs north to assist with BRS and BDR to push them back up north. If BDM has the momentum going and they need help, we're going to shift some players down there, with their marches such as Cav or, Celestials that can rotate around. But if we're too busy dealing with DS and they haven't slowed their momentum, we're not going to be able to shift that too hard. So that's kind of the expectations of what we're looking for. Really trying to recreate that choke that we've had for the past few days in the Dire Bear, and then start shifting some of the other fronts backwards, because in my personal opinion, I feel like if we shift the other fronts backwards, it creates DS, creates more pressure for DS to perform a little bit more extra in the middle, instead of recreating, sending players to harass you guys. In reality, if we push the subs back, it creates more pressure on DS in general because it has more threats to them in their territory. So.
Yeah. So, I think this kind of illustrates there's a lot of thought that's going into the strategy. So if there's any other kind of big picture questions that we can address, we definitely want to do so. And then from there, we start making our final preparations to actually do this thing, which is happening very soon here. So start thinking about getting a rune and all those sorts of things for combat and getting in position. Are there any other questions related to kind of what we're up to today?
Yeah, I think for me. So, as I can see, I'm Carly, and I am the R5 from PVR. But I just wanna let you guys know that VDR is not as strong as you may think. I know we have like 400 million power, whatever, but we only have around like 25 to 30 members active daily. So I don't know what the hell is going on with the rest of the members. I tried
think that's
everything.
Yeah, I'll interject and I'll say that's not exactly true. Like, there's a bunch of people that are active, but there are a few people that are not, and it's definitely been noted. And the officers are watching that very closely. So I wouldn't paint a picture that there's only 20 people active, because I don't think that's quite representative.
But
also, the officers are watching activity very closely, and players that are not active will not remain in the alliance. So I totally get the concern about activity, and we're watching that.
Yeah. And for BDR, like, you're not going to be alone up there. Really, the goal is for you guys to delay as long as possible so they don't cut the rest of our territory. Because if they start making progress into our territory, it causes us to pull back from DS and reface another front. If you guys can just hold there as long as possible, it doesn't have to be utilizing all of your troops, its entire push. You'd be preferred to save some of them for when we can rotate back to you guys and generate a push that shoves DNA and DNW back to their bridge.
Yeah. The other thing I'll add regarding activity is that this is a part of the reason we're setting a daily time and also gave people a rest on their hospital. Because a part of the problem is not lack of interest, it's lack of troops. And we ran some polls and saw that actually is quite significant. So that was a big part of the motivation as well for this big rest window and then a big hit today.
I have a comment about teleports, which I think could get quite clinical later on. Of course, we're in the early game, so we don't have many teleports right now, and we'll accumulate them, obviously, from the VIP store in gems. But obviously, smaller players will have less teleports. So we're obviously going in on these waves. I think it'd be really helpful for people to manage these rather than just use them willy-nilly, because having the people at the front, the players to be able to cheeseburger a little bit is helpful. So I don't know what you guys think on that matter.
Yeah, I think it's definitely important to be smart about your teleports.
Yeah.
That you
BDO
don't
is
have many of
doing a
them,
good job.
and they're 300 to 600 gems a pop, depending on if you're buying them full cost.
Yeah, and if
I
we're
definitely
running
would
the full game-
recommend going into your store, and hopefully you've been maxing your donations, and you can pick up a few, and hopefully that will help a little bit. That's definitely the thing to be spending your alliance currency on, is teleports.
As a big group, that would be my concern. As a few lower spenders or free-to-play players, that they would run out of teleports, really.
Yeah, I mean, whatever problem we're having with teleports, they are also having with teleports.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions?
I admittedly joined late, so don't feel any need to repeat if you guys already did. But have we talked more about like the barricades and like how like DNH on the side is like putting up zones where they fight across? And have we thought about like having like put up a defensive zone, push them out of it, do a teleport area, defensive zone, anything like that, to use barricades more? I just feel like maybe we're not using them the best.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I mean, especially BDO, we haven't been using barricades at all. So like my recommendation, and this is kind of for all the officers and stuff, is try and get barricades between like the flag that is touching them and then to their territory. So there's that like gap that's kind of in between. You should be placing a bunch of barricades there, then teleporting your cities behind that little front. Kind of the same thing as what DNH is doing. Just trying to replicate that is definitely.
Yeah, I think as we get to the sort of end of our push time today, we'll be looking to set up a barricade field. And when we have off time, the goal is not for everybody to disappear. It's to be opportunistic and more careful as we push. So I think that's important to reiterate.
Right.
Most importantly, let's fuck up some DS family. Yeah.
So a very kind of a quick question. We were on our PvE strategy. We had classes that were ran, and then in those classes, which were brilliantly done, by the way, everyone had assigned roles and tasks. And it feels like on the PvP strategy, at least from my point of view, it seems like all that's kind of out the window. And what it's kind of evolved down to is this weird mage fight where we're dancing around with a bunch of mages, and someone will be brave enough to send their mages in, and someone will get wiped, and we repeat the process. Have we kind of thought about a process to get it a little bit more organized, where we have true paths that, whether you're an $80 million player, 20 million player, 12 million player, having a massive amount of caps swarm in, having infantry really protect the front line, and have our battlefields a little bit more organized and more kind of thoughtful?
So
and maybe even tying into classes and just kind of the organization around. Again, if you looked at when we first did PvE and the second time we did PvE, it was like a whole different team.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it-
So
it-
I'll jump in and address this, which is that we do actually have some team leads for different things. Like there's a rotating Cav lead T5 group and also some T4s in there as well, where they strategically are striking objectives.
Yeah,
As an example. And I think,
Chiz, can I-
you know, when things
Go ahead.
settle down a little bit, we can spend some more time with some classes and with some exercises to kind of get, you know, an infantry line or special cavalry maneuvers when we're skirmishing. But I think that the challenge here is that at the start of the game, like there just aren't that many players with infantry to do an infantry line. There aren't that many players with, you know, special units to run around and do stuff with, although we do have a group for that as well. So the point is taken that like there is certainly some opportunity for micro. In the meantime, I feel like the biggest thing to do is to just stay spread out and to arc around. We've been lovingly calling it give them the B. Shape your troop line like a banana around the enemy's position. And that's shorthand for spread out and surround them. And that corners them to all be grouped up and we hit them with AoE. So for now, as long as we just execute that, the infantry will run in front and other people will do special moves and we'll get more coordinated with the sort of team leads leading the cavalry group and the celestial group as an example.
It's definitely a good
Yeah,
suggestion, though. I think we can definitely do more.
So
I agree. Like
So one
there's
thing
more,
real
but
quick,
there's
guys.
also like so much we're doing that it's like hard to do it all right now.
Right. We're in
Yep.
agreement. Let
So
those
what?
talk.
Yeah. So one thing we will do, and this was brought up in our last officer meeting. I'm currently working with the guys on a do's and don'ts kind of guide as far as combat strategy, and we'll just kind of funnel it to you guys, and you guys can spread it amongst the members via announcements or in-game mail as well. So look forward to that.
Yeah, thank you, Des, for doing that.
I'm gonna address some questions in chat. People are typing questions. One, should low power T4 be focusing troops or get better tech? You know, in my personal opinion, mid-war, I think, you know, troops is the better goal. Long term, your tech is going to matter more. So I think at the current moment, if you want to contribute most to the war, troops is probably the better objective. If you're a T4 player who's trying to catch up.
Yeah, so just to speak on that, right now, troops is better, but in preparation for Zone 3, tech would be better. But again, you want to make sure that you have a lot of troops for sure. Regardless.
Yeah, troops are never out of style. They never go out of style.
In this game.
In regards
to
that, in regard to that, and preparing for the wars, and like I know people want to know, like what's the benchmark for like how much should I push troops, how much should I push tech before a war? What you want to do is push your tech to the point to where you need to stop because of your buildings. If your buildings are capping you, that's where you stop if a war is coming up, and then you push troops. And then during the war, you continue to push troops because it's not worth it to spend all the resources on your buildings. That's literally dead power that could be going into troops.
Yeah.
And that being said, you should also be maxing your like war tech and stuff like that before upgrading your city hall. I'd recommend that for sure. That's what I'm doing, and it helps a lot. Like I'm 7 million power right now, but I'm actually like my mages are like actually useful. So.
And then
yeah, go ahead.
The other question was trying to figure out. People were trying to understand the benefit of pretty much taking this whole zone 2 if we did take it. Win. People are trying to understand why would it not be beneficial just to do a beach down south instead of pushing half the forces north. If you guys are not seeing it, we're about to get cut off at our pass 2 if we don't push north, right? Like they're going to seal us into this pass 2 if we don't shove D&W and DNA backwards. Not really about taking the entirety of the zone to an extent, but more so we have to prevent them from sealing us out, right? Because it's not really ideal to be shoved into one zone 2.
Right. I
think at this current time, we just really need to break into our groups, get ready for the push. because there's only 15 minutes left prior to that time.
Right.
Everybody needs to start preparing their teams to get the job done and really get it ready. Your leaders and officers kind of know what the situation is and what to expect and where to go. And if you guys have more questions, keep dropping them in the fam chat. I'm sure some of us will answer them as we kind of go.
Do you have one other question?
Yeah.
I thought at the beginning of the my name's Jen. I'm a pleb in BRS, but I thought at the beginning of this whole thing, you're talking about getting shut out of our zone 2, but I thought that there was something that was said, maybe I misread it, that we had an alternate way to get in there if we
There's
did
an
end up getting
alternate
shut
zone
out.
2. Yeah, there's an alternate zone 2 we take if this does not work.
Okay.
So we
and-
shove down. I don't know the name of the zone offhand.
Hollandale.
Hollandale.
So
yeah, we
have
go
a
into
safe zone
Hollandale
for
if
worst
this
case scenario.
fails.
Yep.
Yeah, so we have a whole other zone 2 to enter, should we need to.
And again, that
Okay.
zone 2 sets us up really well for zone 3. So I mean, we'll utilize that zone regardless whether we win this zone 2 or not. So.
But
Got it.
if we do win Lorcan, we will be going into Zone 3 with 4 of the 6 passes under our control, which is obviously preferable than going into Zone 3 with 2 of the 6 passes.
Right. For sure.
Got it. Just making sure I didn't miss something.
Yep. No worries. But
Yes,
yeah, that being said,
this
thank you
four
guys
is for an
for
advantage
joining.
in zone 3.
Yeah, for sure.
So
but yeah,
at this point, I think it's time for us to split off.
Yep.
Really appreciate everybody jumping into the call. And folks should be porting and getting into position. It's time, baby.
Let's get it, guys. All right, thank you guys.
Time, baby. Good luck, everybody. Let's throw everything
Thanks,
we've got.
Matt, y'all.
Good luck, everybody.
All right, good luck,
guys.
Shut up.
Present. Remain vigilant. Get it done. Get it done.
One step at a time.
Toon Squad is there. Be careful.
Incoming.
I fought a lot. Let me survey our surroundings.
Oh, Toon and DNA are going after BDR right now.
Follow me.
BDR is pushing north.
Trying to back up and going up with DRS.
I'm ready. May the frost
Well, be careful. You got 4 Toon Squad marches coming down to you right now.
Back up.
onward. One step at a time. The journey has just begun. Feel the power of ice. Let me survey our surroundings. Everyone, follow me. I'm ready. Move on my command. I'm not that wise.
Moon was talking mad crap in Tamara's chat earlier.
Yeah, it's really annoying.
I'm ready. The journey has just begun.
Yeah, we need to get
Incoming,
rid of
guys.
these ships so more people can teleport in.
I think we might want to back up as much as we can so they're not on their own land, so they don't get their buffs.
Toon Squad's T5, ain't he?
Nope, he's T4. So is Mr. Incredible right there. And he's like 6 to 7 mil power, I think. Toon Squad is like 10 to 15 mil, somewhere in there. Gawker is like 8 mil if I recall
Humankind
correctly.
must protect itself.
Our main focus, I think, should be to just build this flag. We shouldn't push. We need more people to teleport in.
Yep. They're pushing in right now. 3.
The DRS flag?
Yep.
Okay.
DNW coming in
Might
big
be able to
time.
send what we got over to help.
Oh, 2 reinforcements coming for them. 3 sets. They'll be there soon.
All part of the plan. Everyone, follow me. I'm ready. One step at a time.
Good job, guys. Kick some ass. Yep, they're grouping up about 8 deep.
One step at a time. The journey has just begun.
God, I hope Bert doesn't show up.
All part of the plan. One step at a time. The journey has just begun. All part of the plan. Humankind must protect itself.
You guys are fucking smashing them. Good job. Honestly.
Let's make sure we don't chase them to their territory. Let's fall back.
Yep, yep.
Yep, exactly.
Our goal is just to defend.
Shady. Lumpers, I don't know if they're on voice.
I fought alongside His Majesty.
You got more DNA members coming over to your DRS.
4 deep from DNW so far. Yep, Callie's on the way. They're not that strong, and so is Glocker, Beppis. Yep, got a bunch coming. You guys be careful. Maybe prepare to hop into cities with your builders if need be. Yeah. There's tons of them coming from east side. Oh, there's Tune coming now.
It starts with ooey gooey goodness.
No, he's just chilling. I just wanted to show. He was trying to make a move, but he stopped.
Why are you fighting again?
We're fighting for territory so that we can own space in the game.
Got quite a few marksmen on the way. One cab march.
That is a flag that we want to take down.
Follow me. Do we have a battle report?
What do you? That's iron. So you want to hit it?
BDR someone.
Yeah.
Never mind. They stopped.
We're gonna break it.
You want to take it down?
What's that, buddy?
What happened?
I'm
Yeah,
getting targeted
make sure
again.
you don't hit BDR.
Wait a second. Oh no, that was my. That was my guy trying to get the rune. Oh, something's exploding. Took damage. You collecting those pieces down there, Brody? Multitasking at its finest. In war parenting. We got DNH, this guy right here. I want to really attack him, but I don't want to get too close. No, the bird's gone already. We took the bird out. I need to get some T5s in front of me for protection before I can get in there anymore.
Let me survey our surroundings.
It's okay. I'm just trying to make sure everybody has the right information.
We got Voltaire right there next to
Builders,
me.
you may want to consider falling back into the city.
Are people like who are in your group
Yeah.
fighting
Because
you?
their
No, they're
line
we're
is still
protecting
pretty
each other,
strong.
fighting
They still
together.
have 3 reinforcements.
Our BDE's coming from the top.
So
Another
that's
on the
all
way.
your teammates.
Yes, sir. And even these people up here, they're working with us too. Anyone with a BD in their name, letter B and a D. Yeah, and we're fighting the D and H people.
D8.
Mm-hmm.
The journey has just begun. So the frost consume
So
you.
they're
Yeah, those are the enemies.
those are the enemies too.
Nope.
Doggies.
Are they BD?
No, the doggies up there.
Yep.
Wait, let me see. Yeah, that says D8. What's that thingy? Those ices.
What ICs?
The thing what was up there.
Oh, it's just some of the effects that we have for power.
And why don't you wanna do like what's that over it?
Huh?
What's
It's a,
that over it?
he bubbled up. It's a shield.
Why do you wanna take down their base?
So we could steal the land. Because they stole it from us.
No, take down those.
Don't worry. Oh, that's their castles.
I like that castle.
Yeah, I gotta eat you, buddy.
They're all the same.
Yeah, basically.
I bet that's the picture of the guy who's playing.
Yeah.
Like,
Or their dog. We going in here? I think we are. Can I help with this? I don't know if I can help. We'll see.
Those are all BDs.
They're all BDs. Yes. Yes, they are. Am I helping with that? Yes, I am.
Wait, what's DS?
That's the enemy.
But you're fighting DH.
DS and DH. Yeah. They're together like we're with them.
Who are you with? BD.
Look, we have BDE and BD
Oh, that's BD.
We're gonna try to regroup.
and BDC. See, there's a C, there's an E, and then we're
Make a
BDM.
solid push all at once.
But those are on your teams.
I can't wait for you to join as well, hard work. What's up, buddy?
Those are your teams.
Yeah, we're all working together.
Oh my god, we reached the limit for markers. Yeehaw.
There's a march to
Don't
the
need
right
it.
of the flag.
Why? Can I eat? I can't eat yet.
You want me to go get you food? What do you want?
I don't know.
Do you want a piece of fruit?
Can I pick when you come downstairs?
Well, I want to know now so I can just do it quick and then come back
I
up
don't
here.
know what's downstairs.
Hmm. Do you want some cookies or do you want a granola bar?
Yeah, unless BDO sends some
Like
people
those,
up, this is
biscuit
gonna
like
be a
cookies
little rough.
that we have. coconut ones.
We don't have any behemoths, do we?
Can I have graham crackers?
Do we have graham crackers?
Did. I don't know if they've used them already or not.
I want a Z-bar.
A Z-bar? What else do you want?
Yeah, we need at least one T5 to
Blueberries?
kind of support us.
Yep.
Is there mangoes?
I can't cut up a mango right now, buddy. In a little bit, I can.
Grapes?
They're out of grapes. Apple. An apple? Apple Z-bar.
The darkness within me will be purged.
Alright, why don't you go get your applesauce pouch and your Z-bar and I'll go make you the apple. And you can watch TV for a bit, okay? I'll be right back. I'm going to risk this and I'm going to stay on this structure right here. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to back off. Backing off right to here. Here. Right back.
Oh, BDO is pushing in apparently. Yep. We can push with BDO. Go ahead. Everybody can get back to building now. We have building marches available.
There can be no between without the divine. I cannot ignore the boundaries. A long road lies ahead of us. You cannot judge me, mortal. Mortals have your efforts are futile. I have high hopes for you. One day, I shall return to Whitewing Peak.
BDR, your people are attacking Diddy. They are attacking BDO members. I just lost 2 full marches, look like.
Mortals have some interesting ideas.
I'm back. I didn't die. Ooh, we don't have goldfish now. We have Cheez-Its.
I shall return to Whitewing Peak. Mortals have some interesting.
So it looks like BDC summoned a behemoth, giant, PB&J. He has pirate booty. He has a lot. An apple, pirate booty, applesauce pouch, and a Z-bar. That's a lot. That's too much. That's too much. I'll tell his mom. See, these guys, they're targeted because they're high-level players. If I hit them, I die. Just from counterattack damage. Oh, wow. I do want to find out where BDO is as well. Blood Oath.
Is that everybody that we have to build, or?
We have any infantry marches, they might want to stick around the flag just in case Cavs sneaks up and starts messing around.
Yep.
You have my gratitude. At once. Nice scenery here. Hmm? Go. May life bloom.
All right, we're good.
Holy moly! No wonder why they have people they can send over. If you look at DNS flag, that's oof.
We got our boy Funky with us now. Funky's one of our strong players, one of the top ones. Him and Tyrant.
Guess they were serious about pushing today.
Yeah.
So look at BDE taking down all of these.
Kind of rolled them over there.
Barricades.
Just wait for the Krakens to TP in.
Yep.
Where are you guys
Taking
looking?
some damage over here. Why is
on DNS flag next to BDO?
Life bloom. Remain vigilant.
Oh, okay, okay.
Go. Present.
DNH Beast? I gotta get out of here
Everyone stay alert.
or take it down. So we just gotta take that beast down.
Who's that guy with the numbers at T5? Do you know?
Where? What?
On the
no, he's not.
It's difficult coordinating multiple alliances at one
Yeah,
time
just
for the same
assume
cause.
because he pushed somebody
Yo,
back.
what's up, Scrappy? How you doing, brother?
Nice scenery here. Enough talk.
It looks like their behemoth is almost dead. No, it's not. Oh, that's our behemoth. That's our giant. Okay, we're good. Nemo, if you could see this this Discord chat right now, it's like 100+ deep for this coordination right here. BDE, BDC, and BDM. This guy down here. Want to scout this guy. See what he's got. Yo, what up? Yanni BH, how you doing, brother? Let me give you a mod here. You got mod, brother.
Yeah,
Nah, I won't miss
looks
you.
like BDO is falling down next to BDR territory right now.
So Brody's got his
should
TV
we
show
just
going.
Try to defend a little bit. Don't push too far.
And his snack. My scouting report. What is this guy?
No, don't push, don't push, don't push.
Maxed.
Please.
59,000. He's got 60,000 T5s, and I've got 40,000 T4s. Not even. That will not fare well for me.
BDR and BRS are fighting. Sage, watch your troops. Wasabi Joe and Eternium. Returnum. Yep.
Best way to break a fight is jumping in a city.
Our Funky, our big... Oh, Yanni. Yanni coming in. New mod to the channel. There he is in battle. Poking away. Poking away. If I poke, I lose all my T4s. They're gone.
Remain vigilant.
The enemy on the bottom. Yeah, he's annoying and he's strong too. He's just poking away at us. He's doing a good job actually.
Auto retail BDO.
We need to take him out, but we don't have a T5 right here right now to do that.
That's BDR. Yeah, he's about to get clapped. You have to watch out.
Moving a little bit closer. There were mages right there that I wanted to hit, but they just went to a city. Dude, this is crazy. Literally hundreds of people in this battle, and there's another battle going up north
They're
from us,
going
but I
north
can't check
with
it out
Sage.
until
Sage on your
I'm
troops.
not on the battlefield anymore.
fall back.
Back up, boys. Back up, Funky. Uh-oh, Funky's
And
going
he's
in.
getting the one up there. I think that's T5 Cav. I can't remember the Chinese letters.
Funky's fighting
Fuck
through
with me.
barricades.
BDR to move our ball up there.
We could. Yeah. No, he's T4.
No, Funky's taking so
getting
much
melted.
damage.
Okay.
Yeah, but there's more
They
behind.
are pushing up there.
It just looks too tight. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of crossfire.
Yeah. I think it would only really make a difference if like BRS went left side rock and BDR went right side rock maybe, but I don't know.
Yeah, we can
Alright,
push
time
up
for me to get
right
in this battle a little bit.
I think we're okay. It looks like we're just kind of shredding them, to be
I'm
honest.
gonna go right up here next to Sausage Roll.
BDO cav marches are coming in. So.
Yeah.
Oh, Funky's just about dead. We got another Funky right behind though.
Main thing is we just have to look like we're intimidating. Easy clap.
Oh no, Funky's... He's pushing so hard. What's up, baby gamers? We're in server 32. Biggest whale server literally of all time. And I'm not doing much. I'm kind of just back and forth here.
Oh, big ball
Alright,
Burt
so we
coming
believe that they have a full
right
push
side
coming.
next to BDO. They're on BDO.
1 second.
DNA, Toon Squad, Burt, everybody is coming. Get ready to defend the right side on DNW flag. BDO's pushing down to go help them. So just try to remain defensive over here.
Okay.
Understood.
I'm in server pass 1 just now opened and it's just Havoc. Yeah, this is our server. This is our pass 2 opening, which is where this all started. Totoro is taking just damage sitting there. What's he doing? Man. I feel like we had some of our bigger players take some beatings.
I will work with haste.
As soon as I'm out of life, Funky again. Come on, Funky, get in that battle, man. Or back up. So they're picking away at our big guys, and then we're gonna be in trouble. They spent all day literally building all, look at all this. They spent all day building this.
Well,
And our
Antonio,
job
they
is
just
to come and
walked
destroy it all.
fucking Burt.
Set them back.
Man's low.
DNH come with a big push from down below.
There's some going north again. Fall down next to the flag.
Alright, I think they're going to be doing a push from down below at this point.
What is it?
There you go. Just regroup right there. That's fine. Anything is better than two people just fighting. We gotta try to stick together in a ball.
Alright, we're going to start pushing
more or
now.
less. A spread out ball, but
Keep
a
them
ball.
back.
Nice scenery here.
Right, now back. Oh, we got 1,500 merits out of that. Remember, merits are kills, for those of you who don't know.
pushing in.
Yeah, honey. Game client is way better. I told you, dude. I told you. So much better. I suggest everyone downloads
Another set of
Call of Dragons on
mages up
BlueStacks.
top.
And then do what you want with it after you download it. That's how you support me.
Sage are getting hit really hard. Run away.
So look, they don't have. Where are all their
Killian?
people?
Killian is attacking Goza.
I wonder if they're just done for the day, and now it's going to be us coming through and wiping things out. All right, let's
Another 7 mil
see if we
players
can find BDO.
teleported to the front on D&W side.
I thought they were up by. Here's BDO right here. All right, they're flag building right now. This is Chiskull's alliance. Oh, this is BDO 2. I'm sorry, this is not BDO.
That person
Where's
sending
BDO?
Cab March, Mage March, everything. They're like T4. Yeah, they're T4. Be careful up top. Everybody should be up there if you
I'm
can.
not sure where BDO is stationed.
Do you want to pinch around the rock?
Anyone in
or-
chat from the clan?
Yeah, we can. Just be careful, because they can just drop more people on us.
Remain vigilant. Understood.
It really just depends on. Yeah. If you have troops push up north on BRS side to try to pinch here.
Nice.
D&W is
Strike
going
when the
south.
timing is right.
DNA's coming up.
Strike when the timing is right. Understood.
Well, thank you so much, Hamza.
Yeah.
Time is of the essence.
Oh, back up, back up, back up. Bert's coming. Bert's coming.
It may be their downtime. Possible. Alright, we're summoning the bear.
Strike when the timing is right.
Everybody try to group up on Bert.
Is Chiskull live right now? I bet you he is.
That's good march.
By the way, everyone that's here at the stream, thank you so much. Actually, Chiskull's not live right now. What?
Yep.
I swore he'd be live for this.
There comes Buggy too. Yeah, let's be careful. If you're in BRS, you can hop into
What's up, Blaze?
casual.
What's up,
if
Mr.
you
Troll?
need to.
Rise again.
Just try not to lose all your
872,
troops to
772.
T5.
Eight 772. What's up, Blaze? What's up, Mr. Troll? Rise again. DNH just summoned their behemoth as well. It'll be great when I don't have to worry about who I hit and when we could just hit whoever because we also have T5s. But right now, if I hit T5s, I am in trouble. If I get hit by T5s, I'm in more trouble. Hey, thanks so much, The Nightmare. What's up, Tune? You think so? I don't know, man. You got some big Krakens on your side of things, though, that's for sure. Alright, we're all on top of this Hydra right now. It's going down. Oh, almost.
Someone's looking for you.
That Hydra needs to go down. I love how you always come through, Toon.
Want to check out my new invention?
DNH coming up from the bottom. War is still in the beginning, yeah?
Okay. Does my heart good to hear it.
Alright, so we're wrecking all that stuff. Got another DNH Mage Marsh from down below.
Spike, my pretty. Shall we blow something up?
Something's going on.
Fly, my pretty.
Let's go, let's get this guy. Come on, can we get him? We're in on it. Trying. Alright, we got at it. See how smart I have to be with my movement? I can't just dive in. I don't know who this guy is. They're poking though. Here comes more from down below. Another Mage Marsh actually. Gonna try and assist. Poked a little bit. We got Funky back again. Refreshed himself with troops. Open field combat in this game is incredible. Oh man, Toon. That's messed up, dude. Don't be rude, bro. I'm never rude to you. Leadership is on point over here, man.
Want to check out my new invention?
I really want to poke at this guy.
Fly, my pretty. Use his legs.
Come back. We got Funky here. Look at that bear going ham. Can I get in on some of this right here? I think I can. Here we go. South Mages. We gotta take these ones down.
Want to check out my new invention?
Okay, I'm taking counterattack damage for sure. Oh, I gotta back up. Oh no. See? One move into it and I get melted. What is that? 100,000 troops dead right now? Give us a room tour? One day.
I was going that way anyway.
Doing a decent job here. Come on. Can anyone join the Blood Alliance? You got to apply. You have to be a certain power level, of course, to get yourself in. There's a link to the Discord in the description of this stream. Definitely check it out and see what's up. Come on in and get part of the chat. Anyone can join the Discord.
Rip them apart, spy. Anything worth pinching around here?
This is going to be just a back and forth. You got Funky up top. Actually, Funky just went down. Now's a good time to try and find both. Civil War? No, this is not a Civil War. This is BDE, NBDC, NBDM taking on the BDH, BDS family. I mean, DNH, DNS. Yeah, the effect damage sucks. It sucks to try and do that battle. 872, 772.
Spy! Rip them apart, spy! Hey, dog! Who ordered bomb?
Okay, here's BDO. DNS coming through, BDO. It's the same, similar type of battle going on here.
I was going that way anyway.
This war's been going on for days, man.
Spy! Wrong direction! Spy! Anything worth pinching around here?
I want to start. Summoned a giant. Giant looks mad. I had 2 marches die. Will it come to an end? This will come to an end at some point. We're just trying to fight over this territory and access to the pass. This is all I have for Vestals. Where's the Nephisto, dude? I don't know. What delay is killing you? What delay are you seeing? I have a minute delay on the stream. Is that what you're talking about? Cigar.
Spike! Someone's looking for you. Ready to roll.
Yes, they're very good with their cavalry. True. They also have massively high level cavalry. Nephisto's on 33, not 32. There you go. You can move your main to a different server 2 seasons in, so 140 days after a server is made. See one BDC guy up here. The rest are all BDE. There's 2 BDC. We're building our keep right now. Oh, someone left 33? Oh, he's toxic. There's a lot of toxic people. the war started over territory. A pass opened up, and we will all want that pass for access on the map. That's how essentially fights are started in this game. Pushes come and pushes go. I wonder if we're doing another big push, I may use one of my tokens to heal up a bunch of troops. I have 2 of them for 50,000 troop heals. How many merits do I have now? 57,000. I don't have enough merits to buy from the merit store right now. I like this right here. Videos pushing back. What was that? What were those chords again? Kind of watching what BDO is doing here. Give a little bit of an update there. Remember, Chiss School is not streaming this though. Right now, I'm surprised.
protect you in battle.
All right. I'm gonna write that chord down so I don't lose it again. What was it? 872, 772. Thank you, Rise Again, for those chords.
There can be no eternity.
When you get T5, it'll be worth it more to use the token. Definitely, but dude, that's like a while away. T5s take people like a year plus to get to. These people gem the heck out of things to get there. Spent tens of thousands of dollars to get these max tier 5s. Oh, thanks, Mr. Troll. Divided as well. There's a DNH right there. Who was doing Darklings right there? So this person right here is trying to poke our guys out. Alright, we got a DNH coming from down below as well.
Mortals have some interesting ideas.
Your server's boring? Yeah, you gotta be in the right server with the right people, man. Ah, thanks so much, The Nightmare. It costs 10,000 minimum to unlock one T5. Look at BDO in this push right here. What power level is good to get into season 2? I'd like to see 10,000 by then at least. It doesn't require much like in Rock, but it does get someone stale around City Hall 16. I'll show you the map in a minute, buddy. Nice battle going on with BDO right now. DNS is getting a little bit pushed though into BDO. Got Direwolf having to on the right hand side, and DNS pushing strong from the bottom left into the side there. Chiscool Prime, you got Chiscool up there as well with multiple accounts. Yes, we are in server 32 right now. Nice back and forth here between BDO and DNS. Yeah, I meant 10 million. I meant 10 million, sorry. Yep. Alright, so DNS is actually pushing towards those builders. We want to see BDO be able to give a push back here. We got